My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people want to make friends? I'm just trying to make some money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate and teach you, so call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. Okay, I admit it. This is going to sound hokey, but small business really is the backbone of the U.S. economy. Now, this is normally a show about big business because that's what drives the market. Including today, where the mighty Dow gained 210 points, S&P advanced 0.13%, NASDAQ actually declined 0.17%. Sweet first half, though. Still, small businesses are everywhere, and the companies that help them do a better job, well, they can be fabulous investments. Buy. It's not easy to identify these companies, though. See, when you go to a Wall Street research house, there's no small business analyst, no silo like that. When you listen to a quarterly conference call, major companies don't break down their small business clients, let alone tell you to buy them. It doesn't work like that. However, taken en masse, small businesses are incredibly important because they're the enterprises that actually hire people. Most of the big companies I follow, you know what they're constantly doing? Well, yeah, they're trying to do more with less. I like the rails.
All aboard!
Because they figured out how to move the same cargo with fewer people. Generally speaking, whenever a firm replaces expensive workers with inexpensive machines, Wall Street laps it up. But if a small business wants to expand, well, it needs to hire more people. They're the reason the economy's snapping back so hard. It's small business. So who's doing it? Who's making life easier for them? And then, of course, how can you profit from it? Well, let's start off with the ultimate small business enabler, and that is Shopify, the software company we heard from just last night that helps small and medium-sized businesses build their own e-commerce platforms. And that's not all. Shopify will go so far as to invest in or make loans to smaller companies with great ideas, just need a little capital. As Shopify's president, Harley Finkelstein, just told us, the company's capital arm has now given out $2 billion cumulatively to small businesses that otherwise they would never have gotten funding. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. This is America. These guys aim to, quote, and of course they're Canadian, quote, democratize the opportunity, end quote, for their clients. Remember, Shopify basically puts small business on par with big business because the web itself is a fantastic leveler. With their help, even a tiny company can have a Fortune 500 level presence online. They're looking out for developers, too. Yesterday, they announced that they won't take a cut from the first $1 million of sales for developers that make tools sold through the Shopify App Store. What a bargain. And that's why this has become a major platform. Last year alone, 450 million people, that's right, 450, checked out on Shopify. In the United States, their platform accounts for roughly 9% of all e-commerce sales. I know, not Amazon, but number 2. And look, this is an incredible growth story. If you bought Shopify, the stock, 5 years ago, well, guess what? You're now up nearly 4,700%. Helping small business is good business. Who else is getting in on the action? Okay, how about Etsy? The formerly little, now very big online marketplace based down the block from me in Brooklyn. Now, I try to do as much charity stuff as I can. And remember, years ago, I was on a panel with the old CEO of Etsy. He was determined to help small businesses to the point where he almost wiped out his own company. Since then, Etsy has evolved, finally bringing in Josh Silverman as CEO. He's also on a mission to help entrepreneurs realize their dreams by making it possible for them to scale. Though, unlike his predecessor, he's committed to making money for shareholders at the same time. Etsy has 90.6 million active users looking at merchandise from 4.7 million sellers. Many of these sellers aren't even small businesses. They're just people who aspire to have small businesses with no access to an audience beyond their porch or the penny saver. Now Etsy gives them a steady audience of people who are sick of mass-produced junk that ends in landfill and crave handcrafted merchandise that you can't get at the mall. One of the tremendous things, though, about this platform is that the vast majority of sellers are women who, because of Etsy, can show their wares all over the world. When my wife Lisa decided to open an Italian bistro, the Longshoreman, with her friend Michelle, she needed distinctive handmade restaurant aprons. But where the heck do you find those? You go on Etsy, of course. And what do? They hook you up with a woman in the United Kingdom who makes fabulous, unique, handcrafted aprons. When you get something from an Etsy seller, it's often only the beginning of a real relationship. My wife now consults her overseas compadre and gets new aprons quite regularly. Independently, none of these sellers would have much of a business. But by pooling millions of them together, Etsy's been able to make a fortune. And that's why this stock's up more than 2,000% over the past 5 years. 2,000. Thank you, Josh Silverman, for having your priorities straight. Next up, there's Square. Now, for ages, having a small business meant having a cash business. Then Jack Dorsey decided to change all that with Square's point-of-sale system. That's a little thing that turns any phone or tablet into a credit card-ready terminal. Now, Square's got so much registered data, they're making loans to small businesses backed by the receipts. I remember when I first heard about this lending business from the legendary Sarah Fryer, currently the CEO of Nextdoor, back when she was still the CFO of Square, but the public spokesperson for it. I told her I could not think of a worse business than being a moneylender to a small business. What a way to lose a fortune. But Square's not just any moneylender. Sarah told me that they have far fewer bad loans than traditional banks because they know exactly how much money their clients are making from looking at the receipts. Rather than take Mad Money off her to-do list, she schooled us on the lucrative world of serving small business en masse. So what, is that a good business? I don't know. I mean, what, Square? Oh, it's up 2,500% in the last 5 years. Probably not a bad business at all. What else? Small businesses, especially the tiny ones, run out of the kitchen or the den, used to have no luck against giant brick-and-mortar operations. Now the tables have turned because in many cases, physical stores are a liability. Meanwhile, new entrepreneurs can have a website that looks every bit as good as the big dogs, courtesy of companies like Adobe and Wix.com. We use Wix for one of my restaurants, and our rent's about $10 a month. Not bad. Wix, the stock, is actually quite a disappointment in this crowd, though. It's up only 800%. Yeah. 5 years, 800%. Oh, of course, the S&P 500 is up a little bit more than 100% during that period, so maybe Wix is in a slouch. Now, there are tons of big companies that do a tremendous amount to empower small business. American Express, for example, Steve Squeri, he was on our show. He's the CEO. He is so passionate about small business that he's putting all his muscle behind multiple niches, pushing people to shop small, even as he has to run an equal opportunity credit card network. Apple's a great example. Their app store supports over 2.1 million jobs in all the states. They're not just aiding small business, they're creating a whole new small business ecosystem. Hey, how about Ford Motor? This one might seem kind of incongruous, but Ford's the king of light-duty commercial vehicles in the United States. Their pickup trucks are the workhorses of small business in this country. As CEO Jim Farley told me today, sales for the F-150 and the Super Duty pickups are, quote, as robust as we have ever seen, end quote. He added that, quote, we are sold out for months to come, end quote. Wow. Don't forget, car dealers are the ultimate small businesses. Farley tells us, quote, they are seeing profits they haven't seen in a decade, end quote. Finally, Facebook's pivoted successfully and almost, frankly, magically to become a small business enabler with a host of initiatives from both the core Facebook business and increasingly from Instagram. They're making themselves essential with things like a terrific initiative to help black-owned businesses on Instagram announced just today, something which should give them some deserved cover the next time Congress wants to dismantle their entire operation. Here's the bottom line. The business of America is small business, and right now it is booming. You might not be able to bet on these little firms directly, but you can invest in the publicly traded companies that empower them. It's been an incredible strategy, and it's one I think you can bet on in the second half of 2021.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.